How long did you book then? Have you ever been back to Abu Dhabi since the crash course?
No.
Oh, so you literally just came here, went to the crash course, and then straight away, boom,
Ellen just quit. She just rang up. I'm not coming back.
No! So you came to the crash course, you learned, you joined the E Academy, and then you just quit.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want you to hear from Ashley and Ellen, who are financially free. They've done it super fast through rent-to-rent and deal sourcing. They flew down all the way from Abu Dhabi to meet me, and now they've gone through the training, they've implemented it, they're absolutely killing it. So I hope you enjoy this video, I hope you enjoy this chat. This is real life property investing, so smash the like button, subscribe, and enjoy the show. Hey guys, thank you so much for coming down to my house.
Thanks
No problem at all, thanks for having us.
So you've got one of the most fascinating stories of all Winners on a Wednesday stories. Tell me what happened at the beginning and how did this all come into fruition?
Yeah, so basically my whole knowledge of property was very little. My family don't really invest in property. Their understanding of getting wealthy is to buy a house, live in it, and then upgrade over time. So I thought, well, I'm in a job that's well paying, and we can start getting buy-to-lets every year or so. So I'll come back after about a decade with a nice little portfolio of buy-to-lets. So I thought that's the best way to get wealthy. And then we stumbled across you in the UAE. I thought, well, we can, this is much faster. So you were kind of like going about it the slow, traditional way, working hard, working up the corporate ladder, saving up money, putting it into property. You were in Abu Dhabi. What we guys, did you meet in Abu Dhabi, or how did you guys meet?
No, so we met about 6 months before we went to Abu Dhabi. Ashley was a teacher, I was in London, and then I decided to go out to Abu Dhabi to teach. Ash decided to follow me over there.
Yeah, I quit my job.
Oh, you quit your job to go to Abu Dhabi with Ellen?
Yeah. So
amazing.
I quit my job and just decided to come over, which was, all my mates said, that's a terrible idea because you're only on for 6 months. And I was like, no, this is the right thing to do.
This is true love. True love. Okay, so you got a teaching job and you went to be with her.
Yeah.
And then, so you're in Abu Dhabi. How was that going?
It was good. It was a nice lifestyle. We were going to the golf course. It was tax-free salary, so everything in that way was good. The job was hard, we weren't enjoying it, it was draining, it was difficult.
Yeah.
But because the salary was so good and the plan was, we're going to take the money that we make, we're going to put it towards buying 1 or 2 properties a year, we'll do it for 10 years, we'll come back, we'll have a little portfolio.
Yeah.
We kept going, and then as Ash said, he was watching all your videos and said, oh, we can do it much quicker if we just go back.
Yeah, it was the eviction that did it for me. I was the eviction, I was like, I can do this.
Yeah.
So then I went, you know what, let's quit. The crash course coming up, it was like December 18th, I think it was, first.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, so we thought, well, we'll just quit and fly over.
Yeah, it was,
That was a devastating week. Tell us what happened.
We spent so long trying to get back to the UK. So we knew we had to be back for December 18th for the crash course. And then because COVID's a thing, we had to get the tests. And my test came in. We were in the same taxi to get the test. So they were going to come in the same time. Mine came in. Ash's didn't.
Yeah.
And because we've been watching all your videos, we were in the mindset of whatever it takes, we've got to do this. We've just got to do whatever it takes. So we were ringing like COVID, like the test
She was on
centre.
the phone like all night.
Yeah, ringing non-stop. Our flight, we couldn't make it because the COVID test wasn't in. So we pushed and pushed to get it, changed flights, flew over. We were like, we've done it, we've made it. Get in the taxi. Go on my phone, and you've put a video up saying,
oh, please don't remind me.
Hey, what's up? My name's Samuel Leeds. I had some really bad news today, to be honest. I was truly gutted. So we had a London crash course booked. We had to cancel it because the hotel went into, the whole lot of London went to tier 3. So we had a backup venue just outside of London. That then went into tier 3. So then we had a backup to the backup in Southampton. A few hours ago, Southampton Council said, sorry, you can't run the event. It's too high risk. So I was like, oh man, we had literally people driving to Southampton. If you're one of those people, I'm going to make it up to your promise.
really sorry everyone, like you've travelled far, but the council had changed the rules. And the 2 of us had just sat in the taxi. We had the address of the taxi to go to.
We were already on the way.
So
on the way to Southampton, and we watched the video and I was like, oh my god, what do we do now?
That is devastating. So literally, you came from freaking other side of the world to be at this one-day training program, and then you arrive. Finally, we're in England, and then you get an email from me and the team saying, "I'm really sorry that it's going virtual." And do you know what? From my end as well, I have to just apologise. But from my end as well, like I was so determined to put that on, but the council just said they changed because that was when Boris was in, out.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't. No, you can't. And the council just said you cannot run the event. And if I'd have done it, I'd have been arrested probably. So I felt terrible. But then I was getting messages from people like yourself saying, "We've flown in."
Yeah.
There was quite a few people. "We've come from Switzerland. We've come from Australia." And I'm like, "Oh my goodness!" So I said, "Well, you can tell what I sent an email out to all the foreign people. What happened?"
Yeah. So you basically said, appreciate you coming so far away. Here's the postcode of that. You can come to it personally. So we ended up arriving at the little studio, and then we met everyone there. We did it live. We met people like Evans and Alistair, Amanda, and we just we joined the E-Academy from that event. It got us into the gave us all the knowledge we needed to do
the online training.
We just quit with your YouTube videos. I think we've done one course.
I feel like the DFE I'd done.
Yeah, we've just done that. So we had a little bit of knowledge, but not enough to go full on into property.
Right.
And I wanted to see it. I wanted to, see you there, see it happen, and go, okay, now we can fully go for it.
But see, doing a virtual course, travelling all the way to England to watch something online is devastating. That's why I said if anyone's travelled overseas, come down, meet me in person at the studio, watch it live, which we did. We met in person. Yeah. You were really weird because I was like, what happened?
So I was massively starstruck because I just seen you as this big celebrity, and you came over to me and said, with the camera, how did you feel, when the course was cancelled? And I was just like, oh yeah, it was great. And then in my head I was like, wait, what did he just say?
I thought he was saying how
did you feel when I invited you? I think that's what I thought I heard. But because I was like so starstruck, I just blurted something out and then went, oh, well, that's not being used.
So you joined the E-Academy, you went through all of the online training programs. How was that?
Brilliant, yeah. So the DSM was huge for me, as well as the rent-to-rent and the SA one. To get me started with finding rent-to-rents and actually using them as an SA properly. Obviously, deal selling was brilliant for what to say to investors, how to build an investor list, and then the BRI one was really important as well because almost everything needs some kind of refurb. So getting a refurb right, talking to builders, organising builders was really useful.
They were just good because it's so step by step. Here's one video. If you don't understand it, watch it again. It's not a long video where you think, I don't know what I've just learned here. It's just step by step by step by step. They were great.
It's really handheld.
And you went through the rent-to-rent accelerator. That was your favourite course.
I loved that one. That's what's really I found the most interesting, finding rent-to-rents. And I think my favourite part's always been when you do them up and you stage them. But you can just follow step by step exactly how to do it. And I found that I watched the videos and then I didn't implement it straight away. I just watched them and went, okay, I can do this. And then when I went back and so I'm going to do exactly what he says to do, that's when I got my rent-to-rent. So
great. So I'm really excited about learning the action steps that you took, the results that you've got and what's happened because you both now financially free. You've achieved it all in a matter of months, which is incredible, really fast. Have you quit your job now in Abu Dhabi? So you've quit your high-paid job in Abu Dhabi? Officially done?
Officially,
And what about yourself? Are you full-time in property?
Full-time property.
So you're both now full-time property investors, no job, but just business owners now, which is incredible.
Absolutely.
So talk me through your first deal and how it happened, and also the struggle potentially, whatever. Just give me the warts and all. What happened, and how did you get your first deal?
So the first one was we'd just come over for the crash course, and then we were on this big buzz, and then we realised we have no car or anything to get anywhere. So the first week or so, we was just struggling to get a car because why did it take so long?
We were just trying to find a reliable car that was actually decent and going to get us from A to B.
How long did you book then? Have you ever been back to Abu Dhabi since the crash course?
No.
Oh, so you literally just came here, went to the crash course, and then straight away, boom,
Ellen just quit. She just rang up, I'm not coming back.
No! So you came to the crash course, you learned, you joined the E-Academy, and then you just quit.
Yeah, it was a terrible idea. Wouldn't advise anyone to do it.
I remember you telling me
worked.
that. I remember you telling me that on the Samuel Leeds mastermind session. And what happened?
So I was really excited. I was like, Samuel, he's like, is everyone able to share? I was like, yes. I've quit my job. He's like, oh, amazing. How many deals you sold? I was like, none. And he went, oh, so you do rent to rent? So I was like, no. And then you went, okay, next person. Because that's a terrible idea.
Yeah, I was like, I can't advocate that.
Yeah.
Like, what? You've quit your job, but you've not got any deals? I was like, oh, jeez.
Yeah. So I missed a big step, actually. I completely forgot. So, the only reason we were able to like quit our jobs with nothing is because I was staying at my mum's house.
Right.
And I literally, there was no extra rooms because I moved out a long time ago. I've been moved out of the house for like 4 or 5 years now. So I came back and was like, yeah, Mum, quit my job. And she thought it was a terrible idea as well. But
Wonder why.
Yeah. So we can all agree.
Everyone agreed it was a terrible idea. So basically, we had a little mattress behind the couch that every night I'd pull out and put on the living room floor.
Oh no!
Just so I could do it all.
You know what though? It's so funny, but it's so hard because if you hadn't have quit your job, if you'd have gone back to Abu Dhabi, it would have been quite difficult from overseas to grow. It's all right if you've got money and you just want to invest in property, but wanting to do these creative strategies like rent to rents and would have been really hard from Abu Dhabi. So you kind of had to make an all or nothing choice.
Yeah.
I wouldn't encourage people to quit their job, but you did it. So you quit your job, you're sleeping on your mum's pull-out mattress at home. I know as well, Ellen, you said that first rent to rent, before you'd gone on the actual proper rent-to-rent training, you were struggling to get a deal. What was happening?
I think, one, I was contacting the wrong people. I was focusing too much on if an agent, like I was ringing estate agents and they were saying no. And I'd ask more questions rather than just realise that's not going to work. And I wasn't following the script, so I was sending these big paragraphs asking about it. And I think they were just looking, going, spam, no. Yeah. I don't want to deal with that.
Right, but you thought you were putting together an articulate explanation.
I thought I was sending them a good message explaining what I wanted or how I can help them. And then I looked at the script and I said to you, didn't I, I'm just going to go exactly what Samuel says to do. I'm going to go step by step. And I sent it in messages at first, asking each question. And then, because I remember I mentioned that it was going to be a company let. And I thought, that's it, she's going to say no now. Everyone else says no, that's the end. And I put at the bottom, I can visit on Friday, I can view it on Friday or Sunday when works for you, right? I was like straight in there at the save. And she came back at 9 p.m. that night saying, yeah, tomorrow at 9 a.m. I can show you around. And I thought, I can't believe it's actually, I know that's only the first step, we still have to speak to them, but I was still shocked that she just said yeah to us even going. Yeah. And then we went, spoke to her, told us, well, we tried to find out how we could help her. So she didn't have an issue with tenants. She'd always been able to put someone in, but she didn't live near the property. She lived, about an hour away? Yeah. So the property in York, she lives in Leeds. Leeds, yeah. So she wanted like the easiest way to rent it out, no problem. So when we're saying, oh yeah, sort out management, sort out any little problems for you. Oh, how long do you want? 5 years? Yeah, perfect. There you go. Right. Yeah, she wanted something longer than 1 year because she kept getting rolling contracts with like students. So 1 year, 1 year, 1 year. And so when we offered her like a 5 year or 3 year, she was like, that's great. Yeah. Right. So you took a 5 year contract? We encouraged her to take a shorter year because it would have been better for her. Yeah. Right. So we thought it would be great for us to take a 5 year, but we were like, you don't want to be locked into a 5 year contract when you've never done this before. Right. So like, take a 3 year, let's see how we do. If you like it, we'll continue. Yeah. So we just had her best thought. So 3 year contract, how much are you paying her in rent? $750. That doesn't sound a lot for a York property. No, it's very low. So it's discounted. Yeah. And you've already got a tenant in there or guests in there? So it's still in refurb. We've just come from the property and so the management came to have a look around the property, see what we've done with the place, if we've shown her the before and after. She's like, I love it, I know exactly who I can get in here, and now we've got a 2 month. She came round, we said, we'll just show you as we're going through it, because we are, we're painting the walls, we've done a bit of a new kitchen, getting a new couch in, but we'll show you so you can see how it's going to be. And she left, and as she left, she just went, I know exactly who I'm going to put in here because they've got a lot of contractors. That's why we picked them.
Yeah.
Because she has too many contractors and not enough places.
That's great. So is that confirmed that they're going to be moving in?
Yeah. So it's what is this, Sunday?
Yeah, Saturday I think.
Sorry.
So they're moving in this weekend.
Yeah.
How much are they paying? You're paying $750.
So they pay
Yeah.
$2,000 for
Each month.
Wow, $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
So the profit on that, and that's fixed for 2 months.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, normally with service accommodation, you've got people coming in for a couple of nights, a couple of weeks at a time, like a couple of months. What kind of profit margins are you going to get from that then?
So when you take everything off, management, the clean, I think it's 685.
Yeah.
Very
685
good,
a month.
very solid.
And it's funny because we didn't think we'd be in this situation where she rang us and she said, I've got someone, $2,000. And I'm like, let me just work it out on the calculator. We take everything off, what's my profit? And she goes, I know it's quite low because we could get higher, but I'm just thinking it's 2 months, you know, straight in there, the money will be in your bank. Do you want to take it? And I turned to Ash and I said, do we take it or do we go for the holiday lets?
Yeah.
And
Try and
then-
get on a 3 nights,
Yeah.
4 nights in there.
Yeah.
And then we stopped and we thought, I'm actually considering turning down 685 because it could make more. I did not think I'd
Yeah.
be in a position where I was saying, oh no, I don't want that money from you actually. I think I'm going to see if I can get more. It's
It's
just
crazy. Yeah, it is.
Crazy.
And it means that as well, I mean, that's fixed for 2 months, but it'll probably be more like £1,000 profit once you've got short stay lets in there.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
but it's nice to have a fixed 2 month contract.
Yeah.
So rent to rent then, when did you first kind of come across this and understand what it even is and what it means? Because there might be some people watching are confused right now, like, what? How does it work? When did you first understand what it is and decide you wanted to do that?
With me, it was in the UAE. I was watching the videos and I seen rent to rent. I was trying to explain it to people because like, it sounds like a great idea. I mean, at first I went, this must be illegal.
Yeah.
And then I was telling my mum and my brother, I was talking to them about coming home and doing it. And my mum was like, that's illegal. There's no way that can be done. But then obviously we just followed the course. But I don't know
I
what's
think
your
it was-
story with it.
I think it was the eviction, you know.
Yeah.
Didn't Hannah get, she rang a landlord and he had multiple
Yeah.
apartments.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've had, on my YouTube channel, there've been probably hundreds of rent-to-rent deals done
Yeah.
over. But yeah, Hannah on the eviction did. You've now done it. I know you're also successfully deal sourcing,
Yeah.
and that's actually where the bulk of your money's coming in right now.
Yeah.
Maybe talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so deal sourcing basically, that's our active income to put into the rent to rents.
Yeah.
We've been selling since January about a deal or two every single month.
So 1 or 2 deals a month,
Yeah.
which is all you need to make a decent.
Yeah, so like we've been really slow with deal sourcing because obviously you see people doing like 3 or 4 every month, but yeah, we've been getting about 1 or 2, and yeah, we've been putting that straight into rent to rents and then getting the mostly passive income because we use management companies, so then it's mostly passive. We have to do very little.
Yeah,
to
because
do
we
it.
have 3 rent to rents now. We took everything that we made. We just went, because we want passive income.
Exactly.
Right.
So we're going to put it straight into a rent to rent.
Where are your other 2 rent-to-rents?
So Edinburgh and Manchester.
So you got 1 in Edinburgh, 1 in York, 1 in Manchester.
Yeah.
You're hitting all these beautiful cities, all these beautiful northern cities. How much are you making then in total profit now with the 3rd one that you've just got up and running per month in rent to rents?
Yeah, so the Edinburgh's just got a month booking,
Yeah.
22 days. So that's going to be this month profit of 1.3k.
Amazing. One deal that you don't even own.
Yeah.
Giving you, most people don't make that much of properties that they own.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying to you, isn't it?
So 1.3k this month off the Edinburgh one, and is that set to be standard? I know with service accommodation, it varies every month.
Yeah.
Overall, what are your
Overall,
predictions
you're
of the?
looking at like 650, 700 for that.
Right, it's been a good month this month.
Yeah.
Great.
And then Manchester, that's you're talking about 300 to 500. This
Right.
month it's 500.
Yeah.
But that's in July. And last month it was like 300. So the Manchester one's like a slow dribbler.
Yeah.
And then it's York and the Edinburgh one are the bulk.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
York's the one that's just taking it to another
Absolutely.
level.
So you're thinking with all 3, is it about 2,000 a month roughly?
Yeah.
If you add up all, average it out.
Yeah.
And what about your deal sourcing? How much profit are you making from that?
Yeah, so we calculate out everything that we've sold, anything that's to do with deals, so we put it into one pot. So we're looking at about 2.7k But you talk about sometimes $3,000, sometimes $5,000, but you look at an average of 2.7.
Yeah. So a couple grand rent to rents, and then a few grand from your deal sourcing. So if you add it all up, everything that you're making from property, it's a decent salary.
Yeah, it's about $5,000 a month when you put the rent to rents in as well.
Yeah. And you've done that like almost immediately.
Yeah.
You've done that ridiculous in a matter of just a few months. From moving here, almost like your own financial freedom challenge. I've moved to Abu Dhabi. Did you start from scratch? All the money you put into rent to rents, has that been all from scratch?
So basically, when we moved over, we had a little bit of money, didn't we? We were a little bit silly in the UAE because obviously we thought we were going to be there for a long time, so we were saving less than we could have. There was points where I was a lot less. There was points where I was saving about £1,000 a month, just clean savings, and then I spent most of it on suits in the summer, and then and the golf course. We literally just bought a new set of clubs and everything, and then we moved over. I was like, oh, we've got no savings left.
We basically spent everything that we had, went on courses, the car, the insurance, all of that. So when we started like full time in property,
I think we had like a couple of grand.
Yeah, we were
literally.
Yeah,
there wasn't much
it
there.
very,
all
very
of it
low.
was from deal sourcing and then putting into residence. So.
And you put, you've put like, I mean, the academy is 12 grand. You've both joined the academy, so you've spent a lot of money on education. Good move, bad move.
100% good move, because we wouldn't have been able to do it. We would have been so much slower. Like, let's say we wouldn't have been able to sell deals. We wouldn't have been able to get rent to rents, or not good ones. You were saying at an event recently, anyone can get a rent to rent, and it's true. Yeah. You need to know how to not pay a deposit. Like for York, we didn't pay a deposit, so that saved us £800 off the bat. Yeah. And it's just those little bits that make you more money and also save you money for rent to rent as well.
Yeah. I think when you don't follow it step by step, the mistakes are too costly.
Yeah.
The mistakes that you make are going to be more expensive than paying for the course in the first place.
That's true. You're either going to pay for your education or you're going to pay for your mistakes. Exactly, and I think as well, one of the things Alistair says, which I think is brilliant, he says, if someone said, I've got a rent to service accommodation deal, you need to put £5,000 into it and then you'll make £5,000 a year. You'd think, oh, that's 100% return on investment, and you do it. But then if someone says, I've got some training programs where then people go, oh, I don't want to spend money on training, but it's like, well, hang on a minute. Like you guys, for instance, you've spent a lot on the academy, but you've already made it back.
Yeah.
And now you've got £5,000 a month coming in every single month. So, and you're going to obviously massively build on that over the next few months and years. So, it's mega. I mean, what are your plans moving forward? What's next?
So I've been trying to do a lot of training with Alistair as well, because obviously he does the speaking. Yeah. I want to end up being a speaker.
Wow.
And helping, kind of setting up my own foundation to help people either do something similar to this. Or just in, it's hard to explain, kind of like my local community, or try and help there as well, because finances doesn't really get taught. Yeah. People either go and get a job in Tesco, or they'll go and get a job as a teacher or something like that. No one really knows about finances or what you can do in like this, like rent to rents and deal sourcing and things like that. Everyone thinks it's just get a buy to let, rent it out. Right,
so you're passionate about spreading the message, keep making sure people are financially educated, and you're right, I mean, you go to school and you don't know anything about investments or debt, good debt, bad debt, asset liabilities. You don't know anything. So that's awesome. So you want to be able to start shining the light and helping others.
Because when I was a teacher, I was able to impact maybe 20 kids a year.
Yeah.
30 if it's a bigger class. And from watching you, I was like, well, I can do tens of thousands instead.
Online?
Online, or going to speaking at events.
Yeah.
Again, speaking in a local community. If I can do that, then that's much more effective than 20 children or 30 children every single year.
Yeah. That's great. What about you? What's your strongest reason for doing all this?
So, I'd say my main reason is family. Just when we went out to Abu Dhabi, it's great to make that money, but you're not close enough to family to actually help them. You've got the funds, but you haven't got the time. You're not close enough. So I think for me, it's being able to be close to my family, making money, being able to help them, and having the time to help charities. Like now that we're financially free, I want to go volunteer in one of the hospitals near me, but I couldn't have done that if I wasn't making this money. If I was teaching, I wouldn't have the time to go and do it.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, you guys are such an awesome couple. What has it been like working with me in the short time that you've been working with me so far? What's it been like?
You go first or not?
I'd say it's just this environment. It's like nothing. You can't explain it. I met my friend for breakfast the other day, and I was trying to explain this environment, like the energy that you have is something else. And when you go to these events, you just leave on such a high from being around everyone. Everyone's so positive. Everyone honestly wants the best for everyone else. It's just such a great environment. And since like meeting you, it's just believing that you can do it.
Yeah.
I think if we hadn't have, like when we flew over, I still thought it's too good to be true. It doesn't work. I was a bit skeptical.
Yeah.
And then meeting you and everybody else and seeing people who have done it, it just makes you realise that it is possible. And I mean, now we're here. Like to think we were watching Winners on a Wednesday videos, going, oh, I'd like to be on that couch. And now we're here talking to you. It's just crazy.
Oh, that's so cool.
But yeah, it's obviously similar to what Ellen said there with the academy. It's just the people you meet on there.
Yeah.
The networking is just...
It's so good to have people. A lot of careers, everyone's trying to hold each other down because they think that to build themselves up, they have to make sure everyone else stays down. But I think there's something great about the world of property investing, certainly within the academy and the space that we're talking about, where everybody wants everybody to win. You know, deal sources are doing business with other deal sources, rent to rent, the collabs, and I think it's great. And it's just, I just want to say, you guys have been. I know you've got a lot from the academy, but also you've brought a lot, and I really appreciate how much of an asset you both are to the academy. I appreciate you travelling all the way down from York for your busy service accommodation to come and share the story of how you've achieved financial freedom in such a short space of time from Abu Dhabi. So thank you so much, and look forward to continuing to work together over the coming months and years.
Absolutely.
Thank
you for having us and inviting us down.
Welcome, awesome. So there we go, guys. That is Ellen and Ashley. I think you'll agree, absolutely fabulous couple. If you're inspired by their story, then let us know by simply hitting the like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe. The good news is, you don't have to travel under COVID restrictions all the way from Abu Dhabi. If you're watching this and you're based in the UK, you have no excuses, okay? Come on down to the Property Investors Crash Course. It is free. So travel down. I'll leave a link in the description where you can book on for free on the house. Also, don't forget to subscribe. If you're not subscribed, you can do that up here. If you want to watch more videos like this where people have become financially free as a result of coming on the Property Investors Crash Course, you can check out a whole playlist with over 100 interviews up here, and I look forward to seeing you next time.